Gold. Gold longs are really nice. I don't trade gold, man. I don't mess with it. I almost took this 5-minute inversion here. Matter of fact, I did open a position and closed it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to follow my rules. We're not going to start the week off on the wrong note. But definitely would have played out here to the London high. It's okay, though. Usually trade NQ, but lately it's just been too unpredictable. Yeah. I'd say gold is not necessarily more predictable, though. I'm not sure what you're referring to in terms of unpredictability. It's been, other than the Trump tweet 2 Fridays ago, price action's been pretty in line with typical market structure behavior. What's up, Nathan? How's it going, man? About to go ahead 3 fundeds. Nah, it happens, man. Assess what happened, what went wrong. If it was a psychological mistake or just, I mean, in order to blow a funded, you gotta be breaking some sort of rules, and if you're not seeing the rules that you're breaking, then you need to reestablish what your rules are or reassess what your rules are. You shouldn't be sizing enough or taking enough losses to be. If you're consistently losing, then something's not working. If you're losing 1 or 2 trades and you're blowing a funded, then you're way oversized. Your risk management is not ideal. I get that, man. Hey, that's smart though that you took a break. That's definitely, I think that's a good idea. You got to do that sometimes. Get a little reset. How's it going, Nathan? What's the difference between Apex and Top Step? Just different firms, man. Different rules. Different. Apex has intraday trailing drawdown on their evals. Top Step does not. They have end of day trailing. Activation fees are different. With Apex, you can have up to 20 funded accounts at a time. With Top Step, I think it's 5. So you can scale differently. What's the max you can make in a day? There is no max. There's no consistency rule. You can pass in one day. And with the fundeds, you can you can trade whatever the max contract sizes is. I think with 50Ks it's 12. You can only trade half of that on your before you hit the buffer in your funded. So the buffer is 2,600. So you can only trade 6 contracts until 6 minis until you hit that buffer. Once you hit that buffer, you can trade as many as you want up to the max contract size, which I think is still 12. But you shouldn't be trading that large. So that really is not relevant. But the thing that is relevant is you can make as much as you want in a day, but you can only withdraw. There's a consistency rule for your withdrawals, and there's a maximum of 2K for your first 5 payouts. So there's all kinds of different rules. No, Apex has 0 consistency rule for their evals. You can pass. You could open an account right now, full port along, hit the 3K or the 3K profit target, and you pass. Yeah, I've heard Top Step is down. Amazon's got some issues going on right now. PayPal, everything connected to Amazon, I think, is having some issues right now. The Ring, like security camera systems, they're having issues. So hopefully we had a good week to get these TPT accounts funded. All last week I went down to 2 or 3 micros. Stop seems so big all week. Yeah, I get that, Nathan. That was smart. Top Step was down earlier for some people. People in the Discord were saying they were having some issues with it. I just saw an email from somebody that was saying that Top Step X was having some issues, so it might not be for everybody. I think Apple is up right now because they were saying that the 17 is selling faster than the 16 was. So I think Apple is doing decent right now. This is pre-market, so we'll see what happens in the pre. See, here's the pre-market. We're way up from where we were, so it's a good sign for the S&P. We'll see what the Mag 7 looks like here at market open. This is the Mag 7 right here. ES pushing a little bit higher here on the 1 hour, starting to dip a little bit, but we'll see what happens here. Delivering out of this 1 hour inversion on NQ. Which indicator are you talking about? Jetto. What was the reason for getting out of that trade earlier? Let's see where my execution was on this. Because I got in on the inversion of that 5, and then we started dumping right here. Could have stayed, but we got basically back to break even, and I was like, you know what? I'm not following my rules, and I don't really want to be in this trade, so I'm not going to be in it. I'm not mad that it ran away. I think I did the right thing by closing it, just in terms of following my rules and staying disciplined. I'm on a 2-week green streak right now, so I'm trying to keep it that way. Trying to stay disciplined and continue to do the things that have been working. But yeah, we took a let's see if I can show you my P&L. Is my P&L on here? P&L's on there, but I can't slide the screen over enough to show you. But $18 I'm down on that for the day. How do I get into trading? YouTube, watching people like me. I would paper trade. I would watch as much on YouTube as you can to kind of learn what's going on and the concepts, and then I would paper trade, which means you're not trading real money. You're trading fake money. Once you've been doing that for, once you've been making money doing that, doing that for a month or so, then I would buy a very cheap evaluation account through a prop firm. This is called TradingView. Yeah, Top Step is down for some people. This is TradingView. This is a website called TradingView. They're gonna compensate for that. One of the time, this is why I don't trade Top Step anymore, man. They have too many issues. I know that one of the times that they've had something like this happen where people got trapped in a trade, that they did just negate the P&L for that day if you were negative. So who knows, man? Who knows what they'll do? What FEG indicator am I using? This Nephew Sam right here. What you talking? What are you talking about, Reaper? Appreciate that, Kale. Yeah, I like to kind of like OCD when it comes to this. I like to keep it all the lines lined up where they're supposed to be and turn these executions off. I like how it keeps all my executions on there like that. Yeah, I think it helps your brain to not get too overwhelmed. I don't use Top Set, but it seems like it's down every other week. Yeah, dude, it does feel like they've been having some issues. I had a buddy that was in a trade and he tried to close it and it just wouldn't close. I don't think it was a widespread issue, but it was an issue that he was dealing with. He ended up blowing the account. It was funded, and they wouldn't do anything. Wouldn't do anything to help him. I was like, yeah, I'm not messing with them. So, Kale, I have a. I got to close my school. So I have an indicator right here that shows me the levels, and then I manually draw them based on. So what that looks like is this right here, and then I'll manually draw those levels out with the using the ray tool. So this ray tool is what I'll use. It's my bias for today. I think we're going to push up, but we'll see. We shall see. Pushed up pretty hard on Friday. We had a little bit of a pullback, but then most of the session was just a complete push up. I think we're still making up for the for this sell off 2 Fridays ago. So I think we want to clean up the rest of that potentially. We'll see. Could dip lower at open and then make that move. We're delivering out of a 1 hour, pretty strong 1 hour here inversion. We are still in the middle of a 2 hour and a 4 hour. This 4 hours what was created on that drop 2 Fridays ago. So yeah, we got a 4 hour inversion below us, but we're still in the middle of this 4 hour bearish FEG from the previous Friday, 2 previous Fridays. I'm still bullish though. I'm pretty bullish here. We got pre-market, Apple's performing well. You got several of the Mag 7 performing well pre-market. We'll see. We'll trade what the market gives us, or won't trade at all. ES took London there, and NQ has not. NQ edged it. So, Reaper, I'm not sure what the deal is right now. I think that they just ended a sale that they had. If I was you, I'd wait I'd wait a little bit potentially because they're usually doing like 80% off or 90% off sales. I don't think there's one going on right now, so I'd just hold your horses on that. So full disclosure, I do make money off of the affiliate code. So realistically, because there's no sale going on right now, I would actually make more money if you were to go buy evals right now, but I'm not going to advise you to do that because they do too many sales. Like the 90% off sale, the 50K account will be like $16. So just hold on to your money for right now. Wait for a sale to go on and do it. Get an eval then. Yeah, dude. Then you got to think about it though. Then you have a $140 activation fee after that. So keep that in mind. That's $16 plus 140 once you pass. How much money can you make? There's no cap on how much you could make, man. There's no cap on how much you make. Yeah, there's not a cap on that. Can you use TradingView with Apex? Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is right now, Reaper. you when you go to checkout, enter my code CWT, and it should tell you if there's a discount or not. If it doesn't apply a discount, then don't buy it right now. Wait for them to start another sale. Yeah, CWT is the code. Yeah, yeah. A bunch of people having issues with Top Step, bro. You liking a short? We'll see. We just swept London on ES. NQ did not sweep it. You just edged it by like a couple of ticks. So we'll see if at market open price wants to go up and take that. Excuse me, and then head down. Why trade futures and not forex? I traded forex when I first got into trading, and futures is just way more comfortable, way more fluid motion, way more predictable. That's just my personal feeling. And there's plenty of people that make a ton of money on forex and they love it. So it's all about what your preference is. Yeah, people are still reporting on this Amazon services outage. I wonder if the Top Step thing has anything to do with that. They wouldn't rely on any of the servers. They might actually have some servers tied to the Amazon servers that are somehow associated with that. Clean breaker here. We didn't get the sweep though. That's the problem. You did get the sweep on ES. This is a very clean short setup here, but I don't like the fact that we didn't take London on NQ. Minute and a half till market open. We'll see what this does. Target here would be London low if we get this. But man, I really don't like that NQ left that London high sitting up there like that. We could get some decoupled price action here at the open. We'll see. Patience. 1 minute. Thirty seconds. 30 seconds here. All right, here we go. Let's push higher. We're going to take London here probably. Yep. See. Well, now we'll see what it does. Yeah, this is NQ. Man, what a push. ES pushing too. What a push. That's beautiful. You could be right, Joseph. Yeah, I just saw your. We're going to pay close attention here and see what we get. C-bomb. Diddy of Doom. No, this is good. Let's see what we get here. All-time highs. New York AM high from way previous, and all-time highs or Asia high. Was that? That's all-time highs right there. Mismarked that. Sorry. It is Asia high, but it's all-time highs too. We'll see what we get here. Keep a close eye to see if this turns around or if we just keep pushing. Yeah, I'd wait then, Reaper. I'd wait unless you just want to do it, man. I mean, it's up to you. I'd wait. It'll be down to either when it's 80% off, it's like $38 or $39. When it's 90% off, it's like 16. So 16 or 17, something like that. I think this is going to keep pushing here potentially. Get you whatever the largest discount. CM, it gets you whatever the largest discount is available. Were you in long or short on that trade that you're in, Reaper? Oh, then you're looking good then. Hopefully you had a TP set. TP was so high. It sucks, man. So we got the sweep. Let's see if this is. Major sell orders stacked up at 67.50 there, 342. Basically right here at this level. Is that right? Yeah, it is associated with the Amazon thing. That's what. It's interesting that that's connected. They use the same servers, I guess. Bunch of sell orders stacked up here. This next level. Just swept right there on the book map. It's funny it doesn't show it on here. Just picked up all those orders. Robinhood's on that same server then, I bet. No, you'll see. You'll know when I'm in a trade. We're just watching this. Can't even trade. Who am I today? What happened? Yeah, if you're a top step trader, I would not be taking a trade or opening a trade. Yeah, Sam, I'd like to see if we're going to get a reversal here or not. We're edging this key level right here on ES. I think we're going to get just a quick shoot up here in a second to take this. And then we're going to see if we get a reversal after that. We could just get a continuation. This is the Mag 7 right here. Kind of a wishy-washy, wiki. A little undecided. No. ES is not faster than NQ today. I think they're pretty much in lockstep with each other, but we'll see. No, there's no news today. Unless there's something unplanned. There's no planned news. On the Mag 7, no. Use it as a indicator, basically, of what we got going on. Usually is a good indicator of what ES is going to think about doing. None of this is enticing at this point. It's my bias. I think we'd want to, like I was saying, I think we would want to clean up the rest of this big dip that we had from 2 Fridays ago. I would imagine we were going to push back up into that area, but we'll see. We could just chop in this range. It's Monday. There's no news. We're sitting inside of this 4-hour gap right now. It'd be interesting. Just staying patient. I'm trading personal capital, Samuel. So I'm with an actual firm. It's not a prop firm. With prop firms, you got to go through 5 different systems before you order things. I'm actually in the market. My orders are actually in the market. So going through the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and that is not connected to Amazon. So it is working. I appreciate that, Reaper. I appreciate that, man. Been slacking the past 2 weeks because I had midterms going on. I need to get back to it. Today's going to be the first day. I mean, I worked out Saturday, but today's going to be the first day I'm really back in there, hitting it hard. ES dipped and then pushed right back higher. I knew it didn't want to leave this behind. It's too close to that to want to leave it. Would I suggest going through the Chicago exchange? Well, I mean, that's what dictates the futures market. But the question is, do I recommend trading personal capital versus using prop firms? I would say no. Not unless you've been taking payouts for consistently on a daily or weekly or monthly basis for, depending on whatever payout method there is, for at least 9 months to 12 months. And even then, I'd start really small. I took $1,000, $500, $1,000, and I opened this account. And so we're seeing how much we can build it up to. But I do trade prop firms at the same time though. I take a trade on here individually, and then I take a trade on my prop firm account, my prop firm funded accounts. But I trade this completely individually. Is this Apex? This is TradingView you're looking at. I'm trading with my personal capital though. Count cap sucks, dude. To catch the rally. No, there was no indicator there that was what was going to happen on market open. We don't trade at the bell like that. It's not a winning formula. What's not true, Reaper? It's a decent little potential breaker here inside of this. Let's see what happens on the 1 minute. ES. Yeah, I don't think it's a long-term successful strategy, though. I mean, you might see some people have a good day once in a while, but this is a game of consistency, man. This is a consistency type of thing here. You got to find something that's going to be consistently effective. You don't need to be hitting home runs. You need to be taking just base hits on a daily basis. Get in, get out. There's no point in risking market open like that. You can get a move like this that opens and goes like this and immediately goes the other direction. So there's no point in putting yourself at risk like that. develop an edge and utilize the edge. Just inverted that on the NQ. I don't think that means a whole lot, to be honest. That 1 minute inversion. I want to see ES show some signs that it wants to go lower here before I get involved. Can't trade. Is Alpha Futures down too, Tristan? You're not missing anything, bro. You're not missing anything. This is a rerun. How are you trading right now? Bro, I'm trade personal capital. So I'm not going through prop firms like you guys. Prop firms use all kinds of different systems than personal capital does. This is directly into the market. Prop firms are not in the market. When you open a prop firm trade, you're not actually in the market. It's not real. This is real. When I place an order right here, this is going to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange by way of a broker that is connected to that. When you place a prop firm trade, or when I place a prop firm trade, I trade prop firms too, it is not going to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. It is going through servers. And the reason that you're having issues is because you're using prop firms that are using Amazon systems that are currently down. If the Chicago Mercantile Exchange was down, or their platform or whatever, their systems were down, we would have tremendous issues. There would be economic issues out the ass for our country going on right now. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what's affected, to be honest with you. Tristan, I don't think Tristan trades Top Step, and he sounds like he's having issues too, so... TPT's working. Alpha's chilling. Tradeovate's working. It's interesting. Alpha's not working for you. It's weird, man. Yeah, I'd be safe if I was you guys. Play it safe and don't get in a trade. It's better to not take a trade and miss out on something that you thought would have worked than to get in a trade and end up not being able to get out of it and blowing your account. Already in one. You having issues with AWS? You having issues with AWS issues? I'm not. Currently, I'm not. I am with my security systems and stuff, like my cameras, but in terms of trading, no. That sucks, man. Yeah, just be careful. Don't get in a trade. It's not worth it. Might as well full port then. Don't recommend it. Yeah, same with me, Nathan. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate you guys. It sucks for people who are dealing with these issues, man. I hate it for you. In my opinion, you're not missing anything. Maybe some of you guys see something I don't, but for my trading style, for my strategies, you're not missing anything. 25,275. What's that? What's on that level? What's the significance of that you're thinking? Is that a standard deviation level or something? Standard. No. What is it? Kale, what is it? Maya, you having an issue? I think everybody with Top Step is, most people with Top Step are having issues. Four-hour candle high from October 7th. Okay. That's 25,375, right? Not 25,275. And on mine, it's not 75. It's at yeah, it's at 370 or something. 370.75. That's where that candle is. On the 4-hour. No, you're good. You're good. I just didn't want you to be looking at the wrong level or get out too early if it does start pushing there. I'm not taking any of this, man. This is not anything I'm interested in. I'm not. I might not even take a trade. I took one pre-market. I could have held it. We would have made like $400, but I didn't. I closed it for negative 1875, just because I felt like I wasn't minding my rules and I wanted to get out of the trade. So we might not take one. We'll see. These are futures. NAS 100, I think, is the actual NAS index, right? The current, like, not futures. Isn't that right? Appreciate the follow, Laura. I'm not thinking anything. I'm not thinking anything. Somebody asked if I'm thinking shorts. I'm not thinking anything right now. I mean, obviously, we're getting a little bit of a, you know, you if we get price to push back through here, this level, we'd get a breaker set up here. You know, and I think we got a 1 minute. We don't have anything inside of that. Hopefully, we could get a bearish fair value gap inside of that, inside of this level somewhere. But right now, I don't see anything that I'm interested in. How easy is Apex to use? The only thing that's tricky about Apex evals are the intraday trailing drawdown, meaning, let's say I enter a trade right here and it goes up $100 and then comes back down to where I'm only up $50. That $50 difference from your peak level goes against your drawdown. So it kind of forces you to close trades when you're at a peak level before you allow them to go back on you. But once you get used to that, that's not that big of a deal. You just here's the way you get around that. You either close trades when you see them initially like trying to kick back really hard on you, or what you do is you size down and you just let the trade run. Because if it kicks back $50 and then it goes back to where it was, you didn't lose anything. So you don't want to oversize and or you want to cut trades when they're at their peak without letting them run too long. Bezos said to full port. Took a 40-point long. Nice. Yeah, if I'd held my long, dude, we would have been eating pretty well here. Let's see. I think I was long off of this 5-minute inversion down there. It was long down here. So there was a 5-minute inversion there, I believe. Yeah. Longed it off this 5-minute inversion, tap back. We would 30 points on ES. So would have been nice, but didn't hold it. Yeah, Robinhood. Robinhood is a part of the Amazon system, I think. So be careful. Yeah, Mars, I do sometimes. Yeah, this was this to me. Where was it? Yeah, to me this was a clear. This clearly wanted to go higher. I was looking at the book map. Um, there was a London high right here, I believe. Yeah, London high was right here. So I was targeting that as my first TP. And then you had, obviously, this draw up here. So let's see what we get. We're getting something here. Still don't have a tremendous amount of faith that we want to go lower here. See what ES does, or I mean NQ does. Yeah, I mean Zay, I'm in school right now, so I'm in school full time. But this is my main source of income. So I trade market open until on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I trade it until about 10:30. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm here until 11:30 or so from market open. But yeah, every day. And this is my source of income. Try code PJ, CM. PJ. Shorting a good idea right now on ES? I don't think that it is. I mean, we're waiting for that kind of setup to present itself, but I don't see it yet. Right now, we're just getting continuation longs. I would not, for me personally, I don't see anything to be trading at the moment. Yeah, full time from 9:30 to 11. It's a rough life, man. Somebody's got to do it, though. Yeah, Top Step is down, Thomas. Their servers are down. For how long do you know? No, it's connected with you know how you guys, big, huge suggestion here that'll help you out. You need to be watching the news and paying attention to news, whether you like doing that or not. If you're going to be trading, it helps tremendously to know what kind of news is going on in the world, not just for your platform issues, but for trading, to know what price is going to want to do. Amazon's having an outage right now that is affecting a lot of different things, including Top Step. Bloomberg, Yahoo, Fox Business, any of the major outlets like that. Bloomberg is good. We're just getting continuations here. Yeah, you can go DM them. Well, I think in No News Monday, I think you got to be real careful trading it. A lot of people take the day off. It's not a bad idea. I just keep an eye on it. If I don't see anything that doesn't look, super juicy, then I don't take it. Your chart won't load. You trying to trade with Top Step? Yeah, Top Step's down, man. This is not Top Step. This is Personal Capital. So, not going through a pop firm. Cold is good for shorts. Take it then, man. Just pass my Top Step account. I can't trade. It's not. You can't blame Top Step for this one, guys. I mean, they trust me. I am not like a huge fan of theirs because of some issues that they have with their stuff. But this is not, in my opinion, this is not Top Step's fault right here. This is Amazon, and there's all kinds of different companies and services that rely on their servers. Uh, and right now those servers are down. So PayPal's down. Ring, the security company Ring, is down. It's also owned by Amazon. There's a lot of things tied to this, so it isn't necessarily a Top Step issue. Although in the past they have had their own issues. This isn't them though. This isn't on them. That's smart, Yummy. That's smart. Glad you're here, man. Yeah, bro. Not a problem. You guys aren't really missing anything. I mean, honestly, I know people like they itch to take trades. You got to have some discipline. I'm not seeing anything. If you trade ICT or smart money concepts, there's not really anything other than continuations going on right now. This is nothing too juicy to be trading off of. Um, Even if you trade order flow or momentum, which I love, I'm kind of getting into that. I'm looking at the order book, man. It's not. There's nothing enticing on there either. So um, you're not. This is not like a great trading day that anyone's missing out on. So don't be too upset about it. We got a whole week ahead of us here. Is it just me or is Top Step glitching right now? Top Step's down, man. Top Step's down. I wonder if that's connected to it. Yeah, might be, man. Sounds like we got some cyber attack or something going on the Amazon servers. I don't know if that's it or not, but that's what it sounds like. We'll trade Apex, Top Step, or not Top Step. Fuck, you guys got Top Step in my mind. Sorry for cussing. I trade Apex and Take Profit Trader for prop firms. Right now, we've been working on building this personal capital account, so that's what we're trading today. Probably not going to take a trade though. These are 3-minute gaps. That's a 5-minute gap. That number on the back on the canvas that you can see here. That 4, that's the time frame that we're on. So that's 4-minute gaps. Yeah, I think all of that's connected, man. I'd close. I would not anything related to your finances. I would not be trading options. I would not be doing any of that with all this outage stuff going on. Appreciate that, man. This is Nasdaq futures and S&P futures, not forex. Appreciate that, Ian. Yeah. Trading the micros on my personal capital. We trade minis on the fundeds, on the prop firms. Top Step is down. Best ICT mentorship. I think PJ Trades is a great Discord to be a part of. He doesn't necessarily offer like a one-on-one mentorship, but he has so much education and stuff in there that is super clear, super concise, easy to understand. Um, he's got it going on over there for free. On the free side of things, I would say that T Trades on YouTube is a really good channel to follow and watch. All right, Maya. Have a good day. Hopefully you didn't get burned on the outage there. I like ICT himself, man, but um he's very egotistical and he yaps too much, man. Get to the fucking point, excuse my language, and stop making it about yourself. Just teach the concepts, dude. Like that's why I like T Trades because he is super concise, super to the point, easy to understand. He doesn't yap incessantly. So I think yeah, the concepts with uh, ICT himself are great, but he there's too much surrounding minutia that he can't. You got to cut through a lot of BS to get to what he's actually talking about, and he's very self-absorbed and egotistical. I don't like that. Not looking for anything at the moment, man. A clear sign of a reversal we might get in on, but this is just puttering higher. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff down, man. Bunch of platforms are down. All these relative or these low resistance liquidity building up here to the downside. At some point, this is going to dump to take all those out. All this low resistance here. Jay. Sounds like some something PJ would say is making fun of people. The 15-second, bro. Don't you see that on the 15? I'm down on the 5 right here, Brand. I'm seeing full port longs off the 5. We're shorting. We're targeting the '08 crash. I thought you were going to retire my bloodline, bro. How did I learn to trade? Watching people who knew what they were doing, trial and error, losing a lot of my own money, and education, as much education as I could absorb. YouTube, mentorships. Yeah, Gus, everybody's dealing with that. It's a bunch of stuff down, top steps down, all kinds of stuff. Really haven't created any fair value gaps to invert to get into if it goes back down either. Yeah, not a ton. There are, what was it, NQ that had one here on the 32nd? A couple on the 32nd. But nothing that I'd want to mess with. Again, there's no, I mean, if I don't see something clear, why am I going to take a trade? I'm not, you got too many trading days in the future to risk losing money. There is a good buildup of low resistance liquidity here, but need some sort of confluence on getting into that. This is NASDAQ futures and S&P futures. This is NASDAQ right here, S&P right here. You don't go below the 1 minute. Nathan, I'm in all seriousness on the 30-second. Sometimes there is some clear indications of what price wants to do. We'll get a little bit of a move down there. But yeah, 1 minute is typically a nice time frame to go with. Anyone following you for the order flow strategies? I'm not sure. I'm not comfortable like teaching that yet. I'm still learning that myself, man. I'm learning by reading the order book and watching Bookmap. So I use it as a really, I'm starting to rely on it more as a confluence, but a lot of I'm figuring out that there's a lot of bots that create spoofs and stuff like that. I'm sure that Gaines has talked about that, but like right now we're pushing lower here on. We just scooped up a bunch of orders on NQ, big sell orders there. Now we're going lower. Target's all the way down to 25,185, which would be all of that sell side liquidity being eaten up. So we potentially could get a move down there. This is NASDAQ right here. Yo, bro, do you know why my trading view chart is so delayed? If you have it connected to one of the prop firms, then that is experiencing data issues, then yeah, that's probably why, depending on what prop firm you're connected to. Do I think it's a bad trading day so far? For my personal strategies, it's not the best. You might get a tap back into this bearish gap and then a dump lower here, but I'm still not seeing anything that's super convincing. Here's the book map. That's the book map that I'm looking at. So nothing really too convincing one way or the other there. Daily bias was bullish. What I was saying, pre-market open, I think that we're going to want to eat up the remainder of this short from 2 Fridays ago. I think that's going to be we're gonna slowly be trickling higher to eat all of that up. Dude, I have it bad too, man, and I'm able to do it. I think you could do it. It just takes some time. Takes a lot of time. I started reading Bookmap like a year or two ago, and I stopped because of that exact reason. But I've seen so many people use it and use it well that it inspired me to kind of get into it. So for the past couple months, I've really been using it, and it's helped a lot. We are getting a little bit of a dumpy dump here. Let's see if this will break loose and take up this sell side here. $25 200 level is lit up. 25 200 and then 25 185. So these two key levels here. Again, I'm not seeing anything that I'm willing to get in on and risk like my money. Yeah, not a bad idea to call it a day and then come back tomorrow. I think this is going to break loose to the downside here, at least to one of these key levels here in a second. But I'm not as I'm not convinced enough to want to risk my money on it. I just wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Yeah, these relatively equal lows right here enticing. So we could get a touch back into that 1 minute right here and then a dump to that. Who I recommend watching? PJ Trades, man. If you're going to pay for a person to watch, I think his discipline and vision of the market is pretty top notch to learn from. In 10 minutes. Hey man, if I was that confident, I'd be in the trade too. So I'm just saying what I think I'm going to see here. Could do anything. The volume is not very high right now. There's not a lot of volume in the market. Yeah, top step's down for everybody, or it should for most people. I think it's because of the Amazon outage right now. Nah, Max, I did not. It wasn't long earlier in the session. Ended up closing the position super early. Why is that not showing? Now my executions aren't showing. Was long right here. Was targeting London High, which was right here, but I felt like I was breaking my rules. Didn't see enough evidence to want to take that position. I shouldn't have just. It was kind of a snap trade on the inversion of that 5 minute, so I got out of it pretty quick. But clearly it would have played out. Would have been eaten well. Yeah, I'm on AT&T fiber. My internet's fine. It's the platforms that you guys are on. They're the issue. Is that you, Dean? FX? I'm trying to see if that's the same person. Hey, I think that's a good strategy, man. If you're overwhelmed, take a break. I think one of the worst things you can do is cloud your mind with too many strategies. You need to find one strategy that you can recognize, that you can identify easily, and that it's shown to work well for you, and stick to that and cut out all the other noise. Of course, I remember you, bro. You got to cut out all the other noise. Sometimes that's putting too much information in your head can be a bad thing. You got to keep things simple. Open and close on the first New York candle. There you go. Up 1,000. Nice, man. I'm from the United States. I'm not Danish. American. I've seen enough. I'm going to the casino. It's basically what you'd be doing trading right now, in my opinion. No, you're good, man. No need to apologize. Yeah, I'm American. Had a strategy that was beautiful, but I got too much information and went crazy. Yeah, I've been there. If you do this long enough, I think most people experience that, where you're just like, you get analysis paralysis almost, in my opinion, where you just like you learn so many different things that you start overanalyzing the charts. How am I able to trade? I'm not with one of the firms that is out right now. I'm trading Personal Capital directly to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. That's where my data's coming from. I don't think TPT's down either. My data feed with TPT on Tradeovate I have it open on my other window, and it looks exactly like my data feed from the Chicago feed. It's your whatever data that you have connected to your Tradeovate that's down, JRG, because my Tradeovate's working. Yeah, man. Low kid, I would actually take the day off, man. I got to go to class. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I stop trading at 10:30 because I have class at 11. So I got about 4 minutes, three or 4 minutes left until I got to go. But for those of you who are, you know, gonna sit around, I would not be trading with the outage situation. Take it easy, man. Yeah, thanks for being here. Hope you have a good day too. Do I teach or I learn? Aren't we always learning? Nah, I'm a student, man. I'm getting my undergraduate degree. I appreciate that, Zay. You too, man. just took out all your profits. Got to be careful, man. I appreciate that, Dean. Have a good one, man. Enjoy your food. Yeah, I'm in college, man. This is NASDAQ futures and S&P futures. I was bullish off the pre-market, so I'm still pretty bullish. I think we're making up the rest of that big drop that we had 2 Fridays ago, unless something drastic changes. Yeah, Top Step is down, Ernest. Top Step's teaching discipline. It's true. Which indicator are you talking about? Indicator for what? It's called FEG / IFEG Nephew Sam. This website is Trading View. I'm trading with a brokerage called AMP. That's smart, Goon. That's the way to do it. All right, guys, I gotta head to class. 10:30 is my cutoff. You guys be safe. Don't. Yeah, it's for live accounts only. Don't take any unnecessary risk with all this crap going on with the outages and stuff. Just call it a day, man. Close down the charts. It's no news Monday, so it's not like you're missing out on anything really. So just call it a day. Be patient. Come back tomorrow, and try to make some money then. So you guys be good. God bless you. Take care. Be safe. Later.